What's up? Scott from Scott's Top Tips here. Hey, check this out. A little bit of DIY. If you're into fitness, working out, and you like to just work outdoors, wherever, whenever, you can make your own workout straps. Okay? I'm going to show you how I made these, and then I'm going to walk around and we'll hit some areas that you can just go on a casual stroll, throw these around a tree or a bench or a bar or whatever, do a workout. So these are, similar to the TRX that you see on the market. And I've been using these straps even before that product came out. Over 20 years ago when I was in the military, we would just throw any type of webbing, military type webbing strap to use to secure equipment. And we would throw those around bumpers of huge trucks, that we had, or Humvees, or you just try to find some scaffolding, even a tree, or around a rock, like a sling. And there you go. You use your body weight as the resistance to do a workout. So with these, I went ahead and went to Home Depot, and all of this is under $30, by the way. I went to Home Depot and got these toe straps for your vehicle. I like the yellow color, so I opted to go with yellow, all double stitched, super durable. Each one of these straps can hold 1,600 pounds. And what I end up doing too is I grabbed some 550 cord. Now this is at Home Depot and it's just lined, but it's modeled after parachute cord where each strand holds 550 pounds, because within each one of these little strands here, try to block it for you. Okay, each one of these strands has little strands within it. Okay, if I can look at one of the, well, I burn these ends here, but again, within that little strand there, you actually have little strands within there. So that builds up the durability of each strand. And then look at, I have 6 of these all wrapped up. Now I made this a large triangle because I want to get my wrist in there as I'm doing type of workouts, and you'll see. I also just use a PVC pipe. These are super durable. Cut it down to my hand width. Did overhand knots. So if you have a loop, you just throw a loop within within itself, right? So you're just kind of, something like this, you're just doing a loop within itself. And I secured it with a square knot on top. Left over right, right over left, and that secures it. Now, when I'm working out with these straps, okay, I didn't do a carabiner, so I'm knocking over my camera here. I did doubled up here as well, okay? And you always want, I keep hitting the camera, you always want to have, to be able to view the knot as it's secured. You never want to have it, under the strap where you can't see, because if it comes loose, you're not going to have visual presence of that. You can put your body weight on it and fall. We don't want that. You want to be safe. But I've used these for years, this particular one. And it actually works well. Now, I don't do a carabiner here because you want to wrap it over items here, and you want it just to lay perfectly. See how it sits on that? A carabiner or any metal object would be straight across, and it kind of just starts slipping. So this here is a nice little harness that just lays like a saddle right on the object. If this was a pipe, if it was a tree limb, now you have equal distance for your straps. And now for your straps, you have your handles. And again, I have those all doubled over. And I always check first before I actually put my weight on it. If these are getting loose, you can just cinch them down. And these are just overhand knots. Again, let's do this. You can see it's just an overhand knot secured with a square knot on top. Again, left over right, right over left. Doesn't come undone, but you still have visuals. So I'm going to go through that again and when we do a couple exercises here. So enough talk. Let me go through my stroll, and I'll mention what I do on my workouts here. You can do the same thing, and it's just a nice way to get some exercises in. If you don't want to hit the gym, if you don't want to drive to the gym, you can even use this in your office environment. If you had to walk out to one of the trees or hook this around your car, Probably your desk you could even do. You just want to be careful you don't break apart your desk. I work in an office environment, so that's how I know. And what's nice about all this is you just bundle it up, and I am just going to put it right in my backpack. Here, let me go ahead and just angle the camera down. But you can see, I just have it right in the backpack, got my water. I have everything here. I'm gonna throw it on my shoulders here and let's go for a walk. And I'll show you how to use it. All right. All right, walk down to my local park here from my house and doing a quick scan. I'm already seeing areas I can use the suspension straps for. That's the official term, suspension strap training. I just call it strap training, but anyways, check this out. I see tree limbs here. I see these bleachers right here. Right here, we're gonna strap on those. And I see more trees over here. And at the very end down there, I see basketball hoops. And you can actually strap these around a basketball hoop. Do a great workout, so let's hit some of those. Now, sure, you can work out at your gym. A lot of times that makes sense, right? Especially if you got hot chicks in the gym. You want to go ahead and get extra motivation going and, you know, dress up nice, all that stuff, cool gym gear. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to be by yourself, you can just, you know, beat yourself without anyone around. Right, check it out. All right, got my straps here. And I'm just going to strap it on the top bar up here. These are easy just to sling over. I'm actually going to do it off this one. And again, you can just do your workout right from there. Now, one thing I actually do is I secure it a little bit more. What I do, I'll drop this over the top. So you have this loop hanging here. See that? And I'll take these two and I'll push it through. So you basically have what is called like a girth hitch. So we're going to strap this down securely. This comes up to the top. So now it's cinched. You may want to adjust it here because if one is longer than the other, you may have to do a little bit of an adjustment. There we go. So I can use the labels here to, there it is, that's not moving anywhere. And again, when you test these, go ahead and put some weight on it, but put your back leg back. So if it does give way for whatever reason, you can just go ahead and lean on it. This is pretty good. A little bit more weight on it. There you go. I'll get a close-up of it here for you. Just a little strap. Have it secured right there. And again, the main thing here is it's tight and the labels are even, so I have equal lengths. Lean back. Just do your exercises. I'm actually in flip-flops, so you can do that wherever you want on all the trees. So let me remove this and we're going to hit some of those other ones. Now what's cool about this is you can keep your backpack on you and just hit all of these different trees, make them out to be workstations or workout stations, and you can actually have a blast going all the way through, changing out at each tree. You can do all the different workout segments on this. I'm not making this a workout video. There's too many of those on the internet, but this tool is really cool. So what's nice about this is all you're going to do is sling, you know, one end around the tree branch, lose your sandal, and you pull here, right to where it's even. And you're on a tree though, you don't want to break the tree branch. Of course, you would end up falling and breaking yourself. You don't want to do that. But right at the base of these trees, they're pretty durable. You know, make sure it's a good thick tree. I would say, I don't know, 5-6 inches around minimum. diameter. And then here, check it. Again, just do all your workouts. You can put some weight in your backpack if you want. Now you got extra weight. Make sure you don't slip. So what I also end up doing is you can strap around the tree to shorten it up. Just like that. Make sure it's still even. There you go. Now you can put your feet at the base down here. Let me show you that. One thing I want to show is if one of these strands is too loose, like it's just not taut with the others, just go ahead and snap it into place. There you go. Okay. And the knot is still there. So we're going to go a higher branch here. What's cool about this strap is it's durable. You can scrape it against the bark. It's not going to damage it, right? Same thing with the handles. PVC, and you got paracord, right? 550 line. Super durable. But if you have a higher branch, you don't have to climb the tree unless you want to. What you're going to do is just toss it up over the branch. There you go. And then you just pull it, just like a rope. There it is. Right at the base. You don't want to break the branch. I can see the knot is good. And of course, I already checked these. So now, let's do some tricep and some chest exercises. All right, for this is why I made the line so, or the straps with a large gap, because you want to get your wrist in there. But here, you just equal length, make your torso and your legs straight. You just do your tricep. You can step back. You can do your pecs, right? Pretty good chest workout. Do some flies. Maybe get your core going as well. Then you can step back if you want to get more leverage. Make sure you don't slip. Of course, I'm in flip-flops, but you can keep doing that. All right. What's cool about it? You're by yourself, enjoying nature, but you're not beating yourself. Let's check out one more. Walk up to the tree. This one's easy. I mean, you can do this one here. Not much leverage that you're really going to be pulling down. This is suspension training, so you're pretty much doing pulling and pushing from the height, right? If you got it really high, you can actually shorten up the straps and hang, maybe do some leg lifts. But just takes imagination. Here, I'm going to pop this through. You can have some fun here. You can just do grip training, right? Walking down, whatever. Just shorten it up by doing the crisscross. Make sure it's even. And if it isn't totally even, like this, just walk it. So you're going to walk the tree. Right there is pretty much even. There you go. There it is. Yeah. You can do some curls, right? Arnold style. Go ahead and try to curl it at the same time. Twist it. I just saw a TikTok on that. It actually works. I was in the gym yesterday. My buys are smoked. They even hurt doing this. Arnold knows what he's talking about. You get the point. These straps are cool. Make your own today. I mean, I support any of the commercial straps. Do that too, but if you don't want to spend $100 plus, you can make your own under $30. A little bit more durable. Do your workouts. And there you go. You work out anywhere. Of course, you have the gym and you have the park. Scott's Top Tips. We'll see you on the next one.